Hello everyone, my name's Alexis. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here, and in today's video I will be creating this look. So I decided to create this beautiful all matte brown smoky look. I just feel like it would be fitting for everybody. This is a perfect makeup look for any occasion. Alright, so jumping right on in, I know I look scary, but we're going to go straight into our eyeshadows, and I'm grabbing my Morphe 350M palette, and we're going to go in with that color first as our transition with a big fluffy brush. So I really like to take my time with this part in particular. I want everything super blown out, no lines here, so take your time. Next, I'm going in with a slightly denser brush and really packing that color more towards the inner corner and a little lower than that transition. Going back into the palette, I'm grabbing this chocolatey brown with that same fluffy brush. As you see here, we're going darker as we go, and that is just to disperse the color really nicely. Next, I'm going to be taking my Juvia's Place, and this is a brown cream liner, and I'm just going to be putting this all over the lid just to save us a few steps so we could already get that nice darkness up against the lid, the lower lash line. And I'm just taking this all the way up all over the lid, and then going in with one of the darkest browns in the palette, and going to be setting that cream liner as well as blending out all those edges. I definitely like to take my time with this part, just blending, you know, little by little. We don't want it to get muddy or anything, so less is more, people, less is more. With a clean fluffy brush, I'm just going to continue to blend out those edges so we have a nice gradient. Lastly, with that same fluffy brush, I'm taking a mixture of both of those shades, and I'm just going to lay that in the crease. I just felt like my crease was lacking a little bit. Wanted to get a little bit more smokiness there. And I forgot to show this part, but I'm taking the lightest matte shade in the palette, and I'm just highlighting my brow bone with that. And then just go in with another fluffy brush and just blend everything out. Alright, so we're going to finish off our eyes after the skin. I just wanted to go ahead and prep it. And I'm using my Neutrogena Hydro Boost Gel Cream, and this is a it's actually a really good moisturizing cream. I've been liking it so far. So I'm going to put that on my face now to let that kind of sit there and absorb. And in the meantime, I'm going to just go ahead and put a light coat of mascara on my lashes. So next, I'm going in with my Maybelline Fit Me foundation in 125 and 238. Sometimes I like to mix, and in this case I'm trying something out new, which is I'm taking the lighter shade and kind of placing that all over, you know, the front high points of the face. I'm going to be taking the darker foundation and outlining my face with that. And totally forgot to film my primer. I did use my Benefits Professional Primer previously to putting on my foundation, and I'm just taking my stippling brush from e.l.f. and just blending everything in. There's the darker shade, and I'm going to be basically kind of outlining the face with that. It's not too major difference of a color. I'm just trying out new techniques, see what looks good, what works. And lastly, just taking my Real Technique sponge and just patting everything out. Just gotten so used to using that. And now for concealer, I'm going with my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in Sand. Not going too heavy with it. I crease super easy under the eyes, so I'm just really trying to keep it really minimal. And of course, using that Real Technique sponge to blend that out. And of course, I will be setting my face with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. And I think the best tool ever to set powder is definitely with a damp sponge. So there's that. Now let's go ahead and hop right back onto the eyes. Let's go ahead and finish this off. And I'm just taking the exact same colors and just smoking out that lower lash line, taking a pencil brush, and then also taking a brush to kind of blend that out. And we're going to take this defining brush with the darkest shade and really define that lower lash line. So now it's time for my favorite part of makeup, and that is bronzing the F up. So I'm taking my sleek bronzer and my BH Cosmetics all-purpose brush, and I'm going to begin by chiseling out those cheekbones. Like, I like going heavy with the contouring, you know. I like to make myself look a little slimmer. So go ahead and do the same thing with the forehead, and then I'm going to be taking this Morphe R2 brush. And I love this brush. It just blends out the bronzer so nice. It adds even more, definition. I just love what this brush does. So I like to use that all over the face until, I feel like I'm looking bronzy. Now I'm just taking a small little defining brush and just lightly contouring my nose. I don't like going too in with it, just enough to give it just a little contour. Probably isn't necessary, but like I said, I love my contour, so I'm just taking my Hoola bronzer just to give me like a little bit more umph to it, you know. Going back in with my Real Technique sponge and my Laura Mercier powder. I just like to clean up a bit. I didn't feel like I really needed it too much, but it just gives me like that extraness. So I'm gonna let that sit there and use my Milani Luminoso blush. Just, you know, not too much on the cheeks, but I can't live without blush as well. I do not like to bake for that too long, so as soon as I'm done with that, go ahead and wipe it off. And now for highlight. Of course, I've been obsessed ever since I got this in my BoxyCharm, which is the Artist Couture highlighter in Illuminati. So I'm going ahead and highlighting in all the places we love to highlight, of course. So now for the lips, and this is going to get a little weird. So we're starting off with our NYX Liquid Suede in Sandstorm, which I love, and I thought it was perfect for this look since I'm going for an all matte brown look, but I felt like it looked too fleshy for me, you know what I mean? Like, felt like I needed some definition. So I did not have a brown lip liner on hand, so what I'm taking is my gel cream liner, my Juvia's Place cream liner, and I'm just using that as a lip liner today. You know, like, we gotta do what we gotta do, and I actually really liked the way it looked after. It definitely defined the lips a lot more. And going back in with the suede, the liquid suede, and just kind of, we would just want to melt everything together. Yeah, and here I am deciding like, yep, yeah, that was a good idea. So now it's time for our lashes, and I'm using these Vegas Nay lashes, and just, you know, using the mascara to kind of blend them out, using mascara on that lower lash line. Lastly, let's go ahead and hit it up with some Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray, and we are finito. So that is it for today's video. As always, I truly hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave me that like, comment, and of course, please subscribe so you can see the future vids I'll be coming out with. And yeah, guys, until next time, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.